You're not alone. Millions around the world at this very moment might be feeling the same flurry of emotions that you are. Welcome to the journey of understanding. Today we're talking about panic attacks, those sudden episodes of intense fear that can make your heart pound and your knees buckle. They hit when there's no real danger around or apparent reason for them to occur. A panic attack is like a false alarm, a misfire in your body's fight or flight response. It's your body reacting as if it's in grave danger when in reality it's perfectly safe. But in the moment, that fear feels anything but false. It's real, it's intense, and it's utterly overwhelming. Imagine you're walking down a peaceful street and out of nowhere, a lion jumps out at you. That's how a panic attack feels. Your heart races, your palms sweat, you might feel dizzy or short of breath. Your body is preparing to run away or fight off a threat that isn't there. These attacks can happen at any time, anywhere. You might be in a meeting, at a party, or even just relaxing at home, and that unpredictability can be one of the most distressing aspects of panic attacks. But here's the thing, panic attacks, as frightening as they are a part of the human experience. They're not a sign of weakness or a flaw in your character. They are simply your body's way of responding to stress or fear, albeit in an exaggerated way. Panic attacks can certainly impact your quality of life. They can make you feel out of control, anxious about when the next one might hit. But with understanding and the right tools, you can learn to manage them, to regain control, and get back to living your life. We're going to delve deeper into the symptoms, causes, and coping strategies for panic attacks in the upcoming scenes. But for now, let's pause and take a deep breath. Remember, experiencing panic attacks does not mean you're weak. It's a part of being human, and there are ways to manage it. A panic attack isn't just a feeling, it's a series of physical and emotional responses. Now let's delve deeper into what these responses are. Firstly, imagine your heart pounding in your chest, so fast that it feels like it might leap out at any moment. This is a common symptom of a panic attack, a rapid heart rate. The heart's quickened pace can feel alarming, and it's the body's response to perceived danger, even when no real threat exists. Next, picture yourself in a cool room, but you're sweating profusely. Sweating is another symptom, and it happens because the body is preparing to cool down after a perceived exertion, the fight or flight response. Now, imagine your hands shaking uncontrollably. This trembling or shaking is yet another physical symptom of a panic attack, brought about by a surge in adrenaline. Breathing becomes difficult too. You might experience a sensation of shortness of breath or feel like you're choking. This is because during a panic attack, your body is preparing to either fight or flee, causing an increased demand for oxygen. An overwhelming sense of impending doom takes over. It's an indescribable feeling that something terrible is about to happen. This emotional symptom can be particularly distressing, adding to the fear and anxiety. Lastly, there's the fear of loss of control, or even death. This fear is not necessarily based on a real threat or danger, but is a reaction to the intense fear and anxiety that a person is experiencing. All these symptoms can make a panic attack a truly terrifying experience. They can occur unexpectedly, and while they usually peak within 10 minutes, they can last longer and leave you feeling drained and worn out. But remember, you're not alone. Millions of people worldwide experience panic attacks, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a part of the human response to stress and fear, a survival mechanism that sometimes misfires. Recognizing these symptoms is the first step towards understanding and managing panic attacks. So, stay with us as we continue to explore this topic further in our quest to understand panic attacks better. Panic attacks don't just occur out of the blue, there's usually a trigger. Now let's dive into what these triggers can be. Triggers are like the spark that lights the fuse of a panic attack. They can vary widely from person to person, and what might set off an alarm for one individual might barely register for another. Stress is a common trigger. This could be a major life stressor, like a relationship breakdown, job loss, or the death of a loved one. Or it could be an accumulation of smaller stressors, like traffic jams, deadlines, or family arguments, that pile up until the pressure becomes too much. Certain health conditions can also trigger panic attacks. Conditions such as heart disease, thyroid problems, and respiratory disorders can cause symptoms similar to those of a panic attack, leading to a cycle of fear and anxiety. Traumatic events, such as accidents or abuse, can leave lasting scars. These traumatic memories can trigger panic attacks, especially when something happens that reminds the person of the event. But here's the thing. Triggers can be different for everyone. It's like we each have our own unique combination lock, and it takes a specific sequence of numbers to open it. What triggers your panic attacks may not trigger someone else's, and vice versa. Understanding these triggers is the first step towards managing them. Identifying your triggers can help in managing and preventing panic attacks. Panic attacks may seem overwhelming, but remember, you have the power to control them. Let's explore some strategies to help you regain control. First on our list is deep breathing. When panic attacks strike, our breathing can become fast and shallow. By focusing on slow, deep breaths, you can help your body to calm down. Imagine filling a balloon in your belly with each inhale and letting it deflate slowly with each exhale. This simple technique can be a game changer. Next, let's talk about grounding techniques. These are designed to help you stay connected to the present moment rather than getting caught up in the whirlwind of panic. Try naming 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This 5 senses exercise can help you feel more grounded and less consumed by panic. And of course, seeking professional help is crucial. Therapists and mental health professionals can provide you with additional strategies and techniques to manage panic attacks. They can also help you uncover any underlying issues that may be contributing to your panic attacks. Lastly, never underestimate the power of self-care and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, adequate sleep, and activities you enjoy can all contribute to reducing the frequency and intensity of panic attacks. Remember, panic attacks are manageable, and you're not alone in this journey. You have the strength and the tools to face them head-on.